everybody should ask. Was I, okay, after, let's assume everything that happened in Nigeria, I was a bad guy. When I moved to Canada, was I also a bad person in Canada? Was I also abusive inside Canada? No, the answer is no. The answer is that the plans are already been made. The plans were already been made within family that this is your escape route. That is a topic for another day. Because I'm not going to make any mistake. Turn after the turn. I'm going to have this episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4. We're going to keep going. From day 1, I'm going to teach everybody how I met Winifred, what happened after I met her, I want to tell everything to the last day when I left Canada. And I'm going to mention everybody that is involved. And once you are coming on this live show, you should be bold enough to be courageous like Dion Osagie. That is why I'm using myself first as an example so that you too can see if Dion Osagie, if you talk like this, why not you talk like this? This is not a disrespectful platform. But we have to say the truth. I was played, I was used, I was dumped, but I'm okay with it. Because at the end of the day, it's a part of my work. God has sent me to this world to make a difference. God has sent me to this world to help my neighbors, to help to help strangers. If I can help strangers on the streets, if I can help people like Osamu Diame, why can't I help the woman I claim I want to be married to? But when you see that there's a game coming, you have to be smart. You have to be smart. Two can play the game. Two persons can play a good game. I wasn't a bad guy. It's just that I did not follow up with the family plan they intended for their daughter, and that caused a lot of chaos. We are going to get to that based on episodes. Okay? And for the lady who called yesterday on Ajebo's show, Mabel Asabo, which is Winifred's stepmom, I'm putting it to you directly, Winifred's stepmom, Mrs. Mabel. I don't want to call you prophetess because you're not. Because you lied on a live video yesterday that I did not marry Winifred in the US, which I did. And I already sent the certificate to a live video presenter. They will be able to present that to you guys tomorrow. How can a woman of God come online and start lying? It's unfair. You want to make me feel bad. You want to humiliate me. How can a man of God, a man who preach against failed marriage, be bold enough to marry his daughter twice openly, not even secretly? You will go there married. It is because of me everybody's in Canada today. If I never gave Winifred the US visa, she would never had access to enter Canada through the border. If she did not enter through the border, she would have never been able to be approved for asylum. The asylum she's enjoying today, I was the one that paid the lawyer for it. The passport, the UN passport that was given to her, I was the one that drove her to Ottawa where she went to do the passport. The Win-Win Men ministry she's enjoying today, I was the one that created it. But while I was in Nigeria, the young lady was secretly dating another man under my nose. I mean, of course, at least expect it. As a young man who is well traveled and exposed, at least expect it. So today, the family are in Canada. Yeah, they're Canada. It's my grace. I deserve some respect. I deserve some accolade. Because at the end of the day, it was family sponsorship they have used to enter Canada because their daughter is getting married in Canada. And that's the easy route for those of you who want to enter Canada. If you have a family member that is having a wedding, graduation, a birthday, you can use that route. So it's because of me, all the entire family have been able to get access to Canada. And I'm very, very confident not all of them is coming home. Not all of them is coming home. Please, dear brothers and sisters, I just wanted you to see my face. That look, I have moved on. What is moving on to you? Moving on is not saying, oh, I will not talk about this person anymore. Moving on is a mental state. Where is your mental state? You should always use yourself as an example, even if you have moved on. Tell people about your story. Your story can change a life. Your story can help another young man like Dion Osagie not to make the same mistake like Dion Osagie. Your story can help another young lady like Winifred not to enter a marriage with so many advice Imagine a young woman. I married the young girl at the age of 21. At the age of 21, I married the young girl because of the dad. Because the dad was a good man to me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was good to me because of, I don't know. I don't want to say things I don't know, right? But the dad was a good guy to me. I was like, you know what, 21 years old, young, I will be able to breed her. She was in school at the University of, there's a school in Okada. I don't know what's the name of the school. One of these schools where they Okada, private school now, owned by the Esama. I hear there's a lot of runs girls in the school. Oh, I forgot the school. Okada school. What do you call it? Well, Igbenedion University. Yeah, Igbenedion University Okada. She was there. When I met her, when we started talking, she was living in a room with other 4 girls. You can imagine that. An American citizen who moved to his country dating a woman who is like a roommate to 3 other girls. But the first thing I did for her was gave her a different apartment, just her in the room. They were supposed to pay like $250 or thereabout per student, but I paid for entire room in the hostel for her. So I started treating her like a big girl, even when she was just a kid. So that's my fault, because I should have not done that. But that's beyond the wayside. We are going to come back to discuss that. But the point of today is, this is my story, episode 1, a platform for us to be able to talk to each other, a platform for us to inspire each other in marriages, in businesses, in travel, in humanity, whatever your story is. The WhatsApp line is there. You can see it's a Spanish line right now. When I get to the US, I'm going to add another line. So you can also use that line, +34 613 275 737. Spin on this video. You can use that, and may God continue to bless each and every one of you who have reached out to me to say, Dion Osagie, just take it easy. Look, I'm so easy. But come on. The right thing has to be done, guys. I am officially, legally married. If they divorced me on my behalf, that's fine. If I'm divorced, that's fine. But I have no documents showing that I'm divorced. I have no paper showing that my bride price, a young Edo progressive youth, who love Edo people from the heart, who promote culture in Edo State, who is from a very, very big and progressive family in Edo State. I am from Uwonde, the Uyi, the Okpawu family of Uwonde. I mean, no disrespect to the Asabo family, but I think that my family in Edo State is well known, well recognized than the Asabo family. So now, they are not able to reach Dion Osagie. May I enter pigeon? They not feel reach Dion Osagie, right? Let's assume that worst case scenario, they're not able to reach me. So are you telling me that they are not able to reach any of my family members? On the traditional wedding day, I posted the video on my page, not because I was missing her, but because I wanted to remind people that, look, we did this traditional wedding in your father's house. Your father said, we called so many persons. Musicians were outside. Osaremore Joseph played on that day. Pama Moruyi played on that day. So many other persons played. So you mean I don't have a family? You're going to humiliate me and put my bride price at the courthouse? Where is the love as a Christian? Where is the love as a pastor? Where is the unity? Is that what you preach to your congregation? Mabel Asabo, who is supposed to be a woman of God, who came online yesterday representing the family. This is the same woman that is the cause of why Winifred's mom is not in the house. The same woman that stopped Winifred's dad from helping Winifred's brothers. I mean, it's not disrespect, but we have to leave. We're going to, all the stones, we'll turn everything, we'll talk everything. You are welcome to say much about me, because a man who has no shame is not afraid of embarrassment. If you want to embarrass me, if you have anything you want to use to embarrass me, bring it. I'm ready to face it. Because at the end of the day, a man who is not able to accept embarrassment, accept his failure, is not a man yet. Who's calling me here? Hello? Yeah, how are you? You thought you have a nice voice. Who is this? I'm online, but you can still tell me who you are. I just love your voice. I admire your voice. You're my sister. Oh, my sister. How are you? Oh, I love you, my sister.
You remember that what I gave to you then?
From where?
You know Sheila Brown? Are you online now?
Yeah, I'm online now. You can call me Lara. No problem. I'll talk to you. All right. It is the highest level of stupidity for anybody to think like a man like Dion Osagie cannot find love. A man like Dion Osagie cannot find sex. Now, me, they run for sex. Because I don't want to be used and dumped. Now, me, they run from sex. That's a fact. But finding love is not enough. Finding a woman who will support your dream. Finding a woman who will stand with you. Finding a woman who will not run away to this daddy house every time you have a quarrel. Because at the end of the day, we are always going to quarrel. We're going to quarrel tomorrow. We're going to quarrel the next year. We're going to quarrel every day. Because relationship and marriage is about two persons from different parts of the world coming together to form one personality. It takes the grace of God for a person who is well exposed like Dion Osagie to not date a person who have never left the ghettos of Nigeria to understand. We're not going to comprehend. That was the mistake I made. But I don't want to call it a mistake. I was moving with my instincts. Because I moved to Edo State. Every night I go out and we see thousands of women's, oh, American boy. I didn't want that. But yeah, I am doing business with a man of God. And I see a young woman who is so scared to go home before 6. I felt that was a beautiful thing. But it is wrong, guys. Parents, it is extremely wrong for you to deprive your children from coming home at a certain times. It is extremely wrong for you not to give your children freedom to date, freedom to expose, freedom to know things. This is a big failure, fams. It's a big failure of family and friends. For if you have children now, my people, wherever you are watching me from, please give your children a breathing space. Let them go out. Let them date. Let them know things. This is where I failed. Winifred is not a perfect girl at all. She is not a bad girl too. She only acted based on what she knows. I mean, I'm living in Nigeria, for example. After the family took her and ran away to Canada, I still made effort. Go there 3 months, come to Nigeria 5 months to do my work. I was not willing to leave my job of helping my people because of a woman. I could have done that. I was not willing to leave my job that brought me to Nigeria because of woman. A lot of people advise me, Dion, you just go and stay with her. It's not easy. Of course, I know that it's not easy. Canada is cold. Canada is cold. When it's cold, maybe her nipple will just be hard. And this other guy now is now start playing piano. She love to sing. Then you meet this guy in church now start playing piano. She not sing Jesus. I can't yeah. Then the guy will not play piano. Winifred will not sit in the room. Man, I wish Jane was like this guy. You just take me to choir. You bring me back home. I mean, this is possible. This is possibly what happened. I already have this in the mind. I did not lay all my egg in one basket. I did not lay all my egg in one basket. I put only 5% in the basket. And you too should do the same. As a man, don't put all your egg in one basket. If you put all your egg in one basket, the day that basket will sink, you're on your own. No? You are strictly on your own. Alright? So I think that's it for today. I just wanted to introduce you to the page. Go and follow Untouchable Mama. She has reached out to me and I sent her the certificate of marriage that I did with Winifred in the state of Texas to counter the lies that the fake pastor Mambo Asabo said about me. Because nobody's going to say a lie against me and I will just keep quiet. It's no more. It's not like before anymore. If you say a lie about me, if you are worth it, I may decide to respond to you. If you worth it, I will respond to you. But if you're not worth it, I will ignore you, right? So the woman of God on Ajebo show, Ajebo said it, and Ajebo called me yesterday saying that, is it true? Yes, it is true that we are legally married in the state of Texas. If they have that voice, I do not know, and I don't have a copy of that. So for the bride price, no, they have not returned the bride price, and it's quite shameful that a man of God will marry his daughter to two different men in 6 years or less, pregnant, or after having a baby. This is not the way of God. This is against the principle of God. This is not what God wants us to do. This is against the principle of God. You know, all this show, posting here, posting there, is done to humiliate me. But I am never humiliated, because it's something that they could have done privately, you know, as a man of God, to say, you know what, my daughter, I've already vowed in my church with all my